Didn't you used to be the T-Rex Megatron? Yes, my fuzzy little friend. But this means I am no longer old. I have upgraded. We use that fire stick there, we can light the barbecue. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're going to take a look at another Legacy and a Legacy Evolution figure. This is Transmetal II Megatron. This figure's had a bit of a troubled production history, because he was released at the tail end of the Legacy line, and was brought back in for the Legacy Evolution line. Apparently, from what I have read, many of the figures in the Legacy line, they had the dragon wings on this toy upside down. So, this is one of the few times where repackaging it under the new wave was probably a smart idea. One of the few that many of us can probably say that Hasbro has had in a while. Since a lot of them repurposing toys from one series to another, hasn't really been the most successful. Because basically, many of them, the second time they're on the shelf, that's all they do, is sit on the shelf. So, hopefully, this will be a trend that doesn't happen too much more, but I'm not holding out any hope on it. Alright, Transmetal II Megatron. This is another Beast Wars character. It is an upgraded form, like Larry pointed out there in the opening, of this Megatron. This is the Beast era Megatron. This is the one from Kingdom. During the Beast Wars series, the various characters apparently came upon some other sources that caused them to change their bodies, giving them newer bodies and making them even stronger. So Megatron changed from being a Tyrannosaurus into a fiery dragon. Quite a considerable upgrade, I must say. But at any rate, this is our newest Megatron. It is an impressive and imposing figure. But of course, to being a leader class, what do you expect? Now, unlike his predecessor, he does come with a single accessory. We have this strand of fire. It has a little post at the bottom of it, so he can hold it in his hand like a weapon. But many of us would probably say that it's supposed to go more in the dragon's mouth. There is a hole inside the dragon's mouth. Let's just plug it in there, and we pop the dragon head free. But let's get it back on there, and we'll try this again. There we go. That would help if I could get the head's angle at a different look, but otherwise that's not too terribly bad. It would just be nice if we had a few more options with the head. Excuse me a second, I want to make sure that's back on good. There we go, the head is definitely secured on now, and we've got him at a different angle so you can get a look at that. And frankly, it'd be nice if we had a little better positioning for the way that arm is, because I don't like the fact that it looks like it's shooting the flames downwards. You know, it's like I'm going to set fire to your feet more than I want to set fire to your body. But that's just my opinion, really. Let's get that out of him, and we'll put him back, and we're going to take a look at his articulation now. And since he's a special kind of figure, it's going to be a little bit different. The head can turn a bit from side to side, because it's on a specialty piece that allows it to do that, but unfortunately cannot move up and down. Both arms can be raised up about so far, and they can rotate at the shoulder all the way, but you will have to watch to make sure the dragon wings don't interfere. The right arm is double jointed at the elbow, so you can bend the arm at the elbow all the way to his shoulder. And you can pivot him. He does have G.I. Joe battle grip. He has a swivel at the bicep. And before we go too much further, I do want to point something out. Some of you may notice it if you have it. I want to point out this figure is apparently a little on the cheap side, because I only just opened him this morning, the morning I recorded this. And the post that was here on this arm that connects up here for transforming him has broken. So part of it is now permanently stuck in here, so some of that has broken. So it's kind of, thanks Hasbro, a $55 toy, and part of it breaks that easily. That's real nice of you. Alright, now, as we were going on with articulation, the left arm has several segmented areas for the dragon's head, and each one of them can rotate a considerable amount. It does rotate all the way, so it gives a lot of different posing options with that. Megatron can twist here at his hips, so he has some dance moves going there for him. You can spread his legs apart into a full splits. He does have a thigh cut. You can bend his leg at the hip 90 degrees. You can bend him at the knee greater than 90 degrees, almost 180. He also has considerable articulation at his ankles. You can bend his feet up. And that appears to be about it. So it looks like there should be some there just above the ankle, but he's not budging for me, so we won't force it, especially after seeing that this one's already been broken with no roughhousing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and transform Megatron. It is a bit on the complicated side, but we'll kind of expect that with most leader class toys. You come up here and we start with the head. The head should slide backward a bit on this platform that it's on. There it went. I mean, we'll do it again so that many of you can see it. This is up close like it normally should be. That's slid back. So once you've done that, then you're going to pop it free from the chest cavity. Because normally it should be wedged in there a little bit tighter. I didn't get it in there very snug. Get it in there and stretch this whole section of the back out. Like that. And once you've done that, we'll fold this red one down. Now, the red one stays up. The gold one bends down. And then you bend the spot where the head is so that his face is right there looking at that gold panel. Now, once we've done that, we come up front here, and you're going to fold down the chest plate. And we're going to slowly work the dragon arms out, first by folding up the claws that were on the chest. We can raise the arms up a little bit in here. Then we'll pull them out. They'll pull out some section to go with them. And then kind of straighten them out a bit so that they're, and lay them down here so they get out of our way. Then next we're going to come inside here, because there's a section of plastic right here in the back. We're going to fold those down a bit, just like that. Then our next step kind of involves getting the dragon head rotated like so, so it'll be in position. Over here we'll come to the right arm, you'll fold it up. It will have a post that should attach to the shoulder. Mine no longer does because it's broken. And then you'll fold the fist down on this one. And then you're going to fold the entire section inwards. There's a post right here on the side of the arm, and that will connect to this hole dead center. Or at least that's what it's supposed to do. Oh yeah, before we do that, we got to open this gold piece so that there's enough room. Get it in there. Press that in. Then we can adjust the fist so we can close that over it. Now, once we've done that, this whole section can then be rotated to point the dragon head straight up. Now, once you've done that, come back here and fold these side pieces back up. That'll help lock it into position. And then bring up the torso so that it's there and in position. I recommend you can bring down the dragon arms now. Kind of rotate them downwards so that they're pointing kind of funny. Come down here to the legs, and you're going to fold up the legs a bit. There we go. Now we finally got those to move. They're stiff. There we go. Move them up and shift the legs a bit. Now they got them down. We don't need them down on the feet. Once you've got the legs shifted, spread them apart a little bit, because we're now going to work on his backside. So after we've done that, we can start folding these pieces downwards. So basically this folds down like so. Once we've done that, we got to come down here to the legs again. The legs separate from the body and spread out a bit, so that way this segment with the head goes underneath them. Now there's some posts. There's a circular one and two straight ones in here on that, and they will line up with a post and holes on the hip pieces. So you line them up so that they will attach. This may take a moment, especially since they're at an angle that you really can't see very well. But you want to get them in there so it'll lock it into place. There we go, we got it in. I expected that to be more difficult. Alright, once we've done that, you'll take this large section, move your hands out of the way, fold that up so it'll connect to his chest. And we can stretch the tail out a little bit between his legs. One of them wasn't as connected down here as I thought we had it, because the moment we get some weight on him, he shifts. There we go. Then we bring the wings out to the front, and then you just fold them out gently. And there we have it, folks. Megatron in his dragon form. And of course, like we stated earlier, we can attach the fire in here. And in this form, it certainly looks a lot better. So I gotta give it kudos for that. This definitely looks good. As you probably imagine, he's got a lot of articulation with the animal form. You got all the movement there in the neck. You got the little dragon arms. They move about. You can turn them at the shoulders. They do have elbow joints and still maintains the swivel at the bicep. And they can be turned at the wrist. You got all the different things down here on the legs. And the tail is even somewhat segmented. Can't put it in a whole lot of positions, but it certainly does look very good. Okay, now we're going to get down to my thoughts. Now, even though this toy did break on me relatively early on for it, I still gotta say I love it. Because to say that I don't would basically be lying to all of you. And I won't lie to my viewers. All of you deserve the good, honest reviews that you come here for. Or at least I hope you come here for that, although I know a fair amount of you also come here for Larry. And Larry thanks you for that. But this figure is impressive. The robot form looks pretty good. The only real gripe I have with it is with how the dragon head arm can be positioned. It really doesn't give you a good position to put it in where you can look like he's going to shoot somebody dead center. But the dragon form, this is impressive. This is certainly an impressive and imposing looking figure. So I definitely gotta take my hat off to the people behind this figure, because this looks good. This thing just looks good. I mean, I almost want to find a spot somewhere that'd be big enough to display it and put him up there. It looks that good. And I'm not usually one that's major on dragons here either, but I can tell you, if I get to do a Dungeons and Dragons campaign and we need a red dragon, I'm volunteering him to be that dragon. He just looks that good. But I do want to make sure I advise caution to all of you that when you're transforming him, be very careful when pulling that arm free when you're converting him back, because that post will break easily. But as you saw here, even with it broken, it really didn't affect transforming him all that much. So he'll live. At any rate, that's my review of Transmetal II Megatron. I hope you all enjoyed it. And please do remember that if you like the content we feature here on this channel, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.